Hello, my name is Jay. Every 60 seconds in Africa, a minute passes. Together we can stop this. You probably don't get that reference, but it's fine. Gotta change up these intros every once in a while, just, keep you on your toes. So, it is Tuesday, March 9th, 2021. On this lovely, lovely Tuesday day, started off with Rachel in ELA. I asked the question of if they had their own island, what would their first rule be? And it kind of stumped a lot of them, which surprised me. But hey, a few of the kids came up with their own questions, which I thought was pretty cool. And I guess they'll probably want to see kind of a bit more of it, because you don't know how hard it is to keep track of the questions I keep asking. But that's not my problem. But hey, I liked hearing some of the questions, seeing them interact with each other. I always feel like it makes a nice, calm mood to set. So, to start English class, an athlete from Penn State, I'm not sure which sport, came in and just basically talked about the power that we have the power to make choices and not be bullies, which I feel like is always nice for middle schoolers, because this is the time when they start getting maybe a little clicky, joining more social groups, and kind of outcasting other people. When I feel like these are nice reminders that don't do that. You have the power to not be an a-hole. But yeah, that's that. And the rest of the time was largely just spent working on reading for their stories that they're doing. So in the hall tonight for me. So yeah, the headmaster just died, but who did it? I don't know. But I'm sus of Peacock. Again, who willingly calls themselves Peacock? I digress. So, anyway, moving on. So apparently, Rachel and Carrie's classes didn't have the same schedule with the athlete presentation, so I guess I entered class a little bit late. I missed the attendance question, but I was still there for read aloud. And I always think it's nice with all the figurative language we see in it, because it's almost everywhere. Mahmoud was invisible. Technically he wasn't, but he was. Yeah, that was pretty much for read aloud. We were reading Refugee, and then they also worked in their book club groups. Mine was working on the things we see again and again in the story, and I kind of liked all the answers they came up with. So they came up with hand squeezing comes up a lot. One of the characters, Ethan, talking to this therapist. And what are some things they noticed? Yes, one of the characters talk about his pillow. A bunch of characters visiting Teddy. A lot of social media stuff. And apparently, one of the football players and Teddy's friends was sneaking onto those chat boards and trying to raise the truth about what happened. That was crazy. I was not expecting that. Although it makes more sense now I think about it. So the character's name is Alec. So he took on the role of what was it? So basically he just wrote his name backwards and called himself a girl. I did not see that coming. Now I think about it, it's kind of crazy to think about. But yeah, we just read our stories, worked on the signposts we see again and again. And I worked with another group on these fun little education games, and I didn't understand them, but they sure did. But one of those kids I was working with, he just loves to talk about Ohio State. He even just turned his camera on just to show his big old Ohio State background. And again, not my cup of tea. So after a nice little break, it was on to social studies, where we were continuing to work on introducing the River Valley civilizations, and I kind of liked seeing how they came up with the definition of society, and it gave me a lot of things to think about when I do Mesopotamia, because I feel like it'd be nice to just remind them all again of what all that stuff is, because we don't have school on a Thursday or Friday, so 4-day weekend. I feel like it'd be nice to have them remind them and just help them think about what a society is and what we'll be looking forward to in this semester. So after class, first I met with Rachel. We were talking about the unit. We were talking about, so we just agreed that your idea of having like the Bill and Ted sort of thing where the student is one time traveling and they come in, like view everything, like how they all work together and how a civilization works, and they can compare it to our society right now. So thanks for that idea. Alright. So after meeting with Rachel, I kind of just worked on a lesson plan a tiny bit because I was thinking of making an individual lesson plan for each of the days that I'm teaching in the unit. And I met with Carrie afterwards. We were talking about the From My Chair assignment that I'm making, and we had a few ideas that I was going to make a Kahoot based on the figurative language of refugee, because there's a lot of it there and someone could use a bit of a reminder for it. And I'm also going to include a bunch of poems that are talking about symbolism to help keep them on track and making sure that they get some inspiration. And I just wrote my poem for it too, so hopefully it goes well. So that was Tuesday. Now I'm gonna have some tacos.